All right, we are back. Another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Dom, how you doing?
It's been chaotic. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you, and I know y'all be sick of me and my shit, but it be the shit that be happening to me, and I don't even manifest it. So I'm showering over the weekend, and I changed the setting on the shower head. Why the shower head pop off? So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So now it's like just drip it out, and I'm like, ugh. So then I put in the request, of course, Monday for them to come and fix
Yep.
it. And then I work from home because I'm like, hey, man, I need to make sure because last time he changed anything that had to do with water, he put that industrial sprayer in my kitchen. So I got to watch you work. I shouldn't have to, but I got to watch you work. He changes it correctly, actually gives me one where you can take it off. I don't really care for those. Like, I feel like the ones that you could take off that has the hose, I feel like they're not as strong, but that's just
No,
me.
I
So
like heavy
I'm like, I
pressure though
like the,
too.
yeah, I like heavy pressure. I like the big round shower head. Okay. Yesterday, I go to take a shower and it's cold.
Oh no,
So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. We here, I'm in here, I'm doing it, we doing it, and that's it. Then I go to the office about it. I'm like, so what's the update on the water? Like, where's there no hot water? They're like, oh, you don't have hot water? I was like, has anybody not gone to the bathroom? Wash their hands. It's like I wash my hands with warm water, and they're like, oh, we thought it only. I said, how do y'all only? This always happens. Every retrograde, it never fails. Something happens with the hot water, and I am without all day, and don't nobody say nothing to me. Then I got rained on today. So here we are. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm grateful.
Look, hey, that's all we can
I'm
ask
very
for.
grateful for that cold shower. And another thing, super quick. Beyonce, you think you slick,
What you
but I
do?
got your penny change. Her ass gonna put a preview, a trailer up on her Instagram page. I'm thinking, okay, because there have been whispers that she was gonna go back out on tour and do Renaissance again. Now, surprisingly, I ain't sick of Renaissance yet. I'm thinking my ass is about to go to Brazil or Thailand to go see motherfucking Renaissance internationally. Talking about, oh, she releasing the documentary there. Okay, you know what? You're right. Because we ain't ever getting these visuals. At
So
least
is
give
so
me
when is the
something.
documentary supposed to be on? It's supposed to be on Netflix, right?
It's in theaters right now.
Right, but I'm
So
talking about when
I
it goes
don't
to streaming. Is it? I think it's Netflix, right? She's got
I
to
don't
deal with them. I
well,
think.
she has a deal with Netflix, but I don't know because with the strike, what happened with the strike was is that a lot of the studios were locked into deals, and so they had the strike go for a certain period of time intentionally because they were able to get out of those contracts without having to pay.
Oh.
So that's what happened. So that's why they say these strikes are where black shows go to die because they're able to get out of those deals.
Because my show Blind Spot, and I love that show, man. And they canceled that bad boy, and it was a good show.
Blind spotting?
Yeah, the TV show, off the movie.
Yeah, that came. That's it. Come on after P Valley.
Yeah, they canceled it.
I tried to get into that and couldn't get into
I
it.
loved it, man. It was super eccentric and some other. I love that show, man. I love that show.
It was very interesting. I was like, I don't think this for me. But as long as P Valley didn't get canceled, so I'm interested to see
No,
how
that's
they
their
go.
big. I mean, behind Power, that's probably their biggest hit on Stars.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna spin P Valley without Autumn. But
Hmm.
honestly, her storyline wasn't that impactful
You was into
anyway.
the other people and other stuff going on more than anything.
Oh, absolutely. It's everybody's the side characters on a lot of shows are more interesting.
Hmm.
Like on what's the show Grownish, all the
Yep.
side characters. were more fun, more interesting than Yara Shahidi's character.
Yeah, it's always like that. But mentioning characters, Jonathan Majors been found guilty on 2 of the 4 charges. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised he got off. I mean that he didn't get off.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The text messages
His lawyer
sucks.
Sucked. He should have fired her after that first shit when she leaked those text messages trying to, oh, that's not what happened. Why would you leak that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you?
Because the thing with the lawyer was them presenting the text messages that I guess they had agreed that they weren't going to present text messages, so they presented them, so it opened up the prosecution to be able to introduce the other text messages.
Mm-hmm. So, and this is a conversation I've been having offline. And people are mad. Well, Robert Downey Jr. I want people to understand when Robert Downey Jr. was a bad boy, it was like circa 95, 96. So many years removed from Iron Man. Everybody has a past. So, and y'all tell us all the time not to, and people still be talking that shit about Robert Downey Jr. For me, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. This is like 20 years ago, whatever, right? So stop reintroducing old shit that is not relevant to what happened now. At the end of the day, that nigga put his hands on that girl. We saw it. The video shows you see him shove. Yes, she does chase him down. But the moment that the city of New York said they was not going to try her, or he should have gotten a different lawyer and countersuit and pulled a Johnny Depp. You don't. I am not. Listen, this is why
he should have just got Johnny Depp lawyer. Like, is Johnny Depp lawyer? He busy? If not, I mean, throw some extra bread at him to have him come on this case.
People don't understand how imperative it is to have an important attorney that knows the ins and outs. Everybody that watches this show should have an attorney. Just like you have your doctor, you got your dentist, you need a lawyer. Big or small. Because that's how Jonathan Majors did not get off. Because even with all the evidence that we saw against homegirl chasing him down for blocks and hitting him, she's sitting up there laughing. Kiki, because all she really wanted for real was a payday. This got too far. And now you out of money.
And she wanted revenge.
She wanted, but he could have threw some money at her.
But I will say this though, she didn't want the state actually went forward with these charges. She technically said she wanted to drop them.
She did say that because she also knew that she also was not as innocent. And I'm not victim blaming or anything. Both of them was fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
They was both putting their hands on each other. And like I said, they are always, we know how this goes. He should have gotten a different attorney.
Where's the Cochran firm at? Where's the Cochran firm at? They still in business. He should have got one of them Cochran firm cats.
Like I said, somebody friend who said they would do it for a little or nothing and didn't know the ins and outs. Because the moment that it was the state, oh, y'all doing this, oh, I'm finna get your ass. Because I'm here because you went through my shit, regardless of us fussing and fighting, running down the block, people. I'm here because you called the cops because I said I wanted to burn.
He called the cops. He called the cops.
Well,
that's the crazy part.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Wrong case.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it sad that it's like so?
She's like, wrong case. Okay,
so ultimately, yes. And this is a quick sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been wanting to call the cops on my neighbor, my downstairs neighbor, in the middle of the night. And that's why I don't, because I'm like, they gonna be like, oh, unit 4 call. First of all, you're gonna tell what unit it was, so the bitch gonna still be messy. But then too, y'all gonna come up to this motherfucker. And then I'm like, I ain't opening the, and then it's just, I'm
It
like,
just
the
makes
way
you mad.
look,
What they be doing?
I was
What they
like,
be doing if you want to call?
dude, bitches be too fucking loud, slamming doors. You know, my building is older, so it shakes the whole building. It be feeling like tremors in the middle of the night.
Oh shoot!
And then she be having parties. See, here's the thing. I ain't even gonna rain on your, parade when it comes to a party. But anything past 2 o'clock that is still obnoxiously that loud, I got a problem. Bring that shit to an inside level, because this ain't your house. Like, yes, you pay rent, so yes, it is, but it's not, because you have neighbors. Be considerate. That's all I'm asking. When I had my New Year's Eve party, we had that music after the clock struck midnight and it hit 12:30. All right, niggas start winding down.
Yep.
I don't have no shared walls. I live above the leasing office, so I could really afford to be louder. But I'm just like, let me just be courteous. I'm gonna stop. What I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna match that energy and get a big ass speaker and put it up to the door and start playing loud music. Then, bitch, what you gonna do? But anyway,
But Jonathan Majors, man, he called the cops.
I think he called the cops, and like I said, this is how we got here. Whatever. He listen. Take a. This is. I don't want to say that, but I'm gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
You don't have enough black friends, because your black friends, and you should have took a page out of Diddy book and paid them people some money and kept it moving. Because I'm telling you, that weird thing I said that before, where they said, oh, the NYPD was investigating for something, and then all of a sudden the next day it was that was misinformation. That wasn't true.
Man, cut that check.
He cut that check.
Sure enough, cut that check.
Saying. I just, people, I can't believe he got fired. I'm like, depending on his contract clause, what's in there and what not.
It's a morality clause in all Disney stuff.
So and that's what I was saying. I was like, depending on that clause, this is how we got to this.
Yeah, because he had to. He couldn't settle.
But if he find a good lawyer and give it to that one lady,
I don't. You said like an appeal. You talking about going running an appeal?
He might be, because remember what happened with Johnny Depp. So in that case, it comes out that they both was hustling. Mm-hmm. They both not innocent people, and they ultimately had to pay him out. And I think I can't remember if they renegotiated and re-signed to do complete Pirates of the Caribbean, but Disney had to give him something.
Yeah, but I mean, right?
But they probably not, because listen, when that nigga said, "I want you to be like Coretta Scott King
and Michelle Obama," like, man, Jonathan, he just needed a black girl. If you wanted,
and that's what it is. You knew where I was going with it, because ultimately he's just that. He's what happens to that typical corny nigga that like black women, but he think that black girls don't like him based on the one chick that turned him down.
It's 17.
And so he never. Yeah, I was gonna say 13, but you nicer than me.
I'm saying 17.
So
that first year of college.
Look, that's what this is. Because how you gonna say that to a white woman? That don't even make sense. Like, I want you to be like Dolly Parton, Meryl Streep,
Julia Roberts,
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. I want you to be like that. It's just a mess.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
Susan
thing
Sarandon.
is,
Susan Sarandon, not about her. She's not on that bullshit. She know right from wrong, and unfortunately, her agent dropped her because of that. That's why I said she a
yeah,
freedom fighter.
yeah. But the thing about this, if you look into it, it's two minor charges. Like it's the third and the fourth offense.
Yeah, because so it wasn't. He might be. I'm telling you.
But
He
the
did
messed
not.
up part
He
is
didn't have.
he
He
might be able to
didn't
come
have a
back
good
from it.
lawyer.
Yeah.
You say what?
But do you think he'll be able to come back from this?
Yeah, he got to go do a few nigga movies, and he'll be all right.
He got to go to Tyler
He gotta
Perry.
go,
We gonna.
that's what he got to do. He got to.
Later.
And I hate to be like that, and I hate that we are like that when it comes to our stuff. But ultimately, I feel like we would open him with welcoming arms. Like his booking fee has went down.
Yeah. I mean, then his agent
You
already dropped him.
They already dropped him. Listen, at this point, somebody just gotta call you. You ain't gotta pay no agent fee. They ain't gotta get a percentage of it. You need a new lawyer because don't give that bitch nothing.
And what's
then
so
you
messed up
good. Like,
even more dumb, it's this movie called Magazine Dreams I keep hearing about that he's in. They said that movie should they haven't released it yet because of all this drama, but they said it could win the Oscar. Like it's that good, and he's that good in it. And it sucks for this first-time director too. It's a first-time director too, which sucks for that person. It's Elijah Hawk.
Yeah.
I mean Elijah Bynum. It sucks, man. Like, because if you read the concept of it, it's files an aspiring.
Is that the one with the girl Taylor Page?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all keep trying to make her happen like Fetch, and I don't like that.
You said they be trying to do what now?
They try to make her happen like Fetch, and I don't like that.
What do you mean?
I don't think that this is my opinion. I don't think that she's the greatest actress. I would love for her. I think she's a beautiful girl. I think that she needs.
They're trying to push her down our throat a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like she needs a few acting classes because it doesn't come across to me as believable in anything that I've seen her act in.
So you seen Zola? Like you saw Zola?
I turned it off, and I'm so pissed because when I tell you I was so invested in Twitter that thread.
No, that's the best moment in Twitter history. I don't care. Nobody say. I sat there and read that like a book.
We all did. And I feel like they low-key shortchanged the actual girl in real life. I felt like they should have tried to have her as audition. That's
what I was thinking. Like, they need to have her.
Because when you look at her, like seeing how she looks versus Homegirl, they should have tried it.
She was bad.
That's what they did with O'Shea when it came to Ice Cube. They should have allowed her to audition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's supposed to be a good movie, man. And Jonathan Majors is not. I mean, this is messed up for this first-time director. It's just a whole thing, man. I mean, he's gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and like you said, he might have to jump on.
He gotta apologize. I know a nigga not sorry, but he gotta apologize. Let's start let's start that rebranding. Like, let's go on that trail of apologizing. Let's start.
And he needs to go volunteer at a woman's domestic shelter as well. I'm telling. Like, if I'm his PR person,
y'all don't be mad at us because we tell like it is the truth.
Look, if y'all ever see me going to volunteer somewhere like that, y'all know I'm finna be jammed up. Like, why is Daryl? Because I got jammed up. All right. I'm in hot water.
I don't know. Like, like we already knew that he was guilty, and like I said, the thing that hurt him the most, unlike the Johnny Depp thing, of course it was like Amber Heard's friends saying their version, but it wasn't like random people for real coming out talking shit about him and his rap.
Yep.
That's the other thing that hurt Jonathan Majors. Is
That
that
stuff that came out before the trial. So basically it tainted the
yes,
jury already, basically.
yeah, like, oh, he was like this when we went to Yale. Oh, he said this when he's not the easiest actor to work with. But I'm like, a lot of these people are not.
Right. And that's the only thing that sucks because there's not a crime being an asshole.
Yeah, it's no crime. And we also know how, like, especially because thespians, like he's a trained thespian. Their whole mind is just somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's somewhere
And
else.
half of them be half crazy because they literally turn into that character for that time period. And some people never get off of. I forgot what actor it was. I mean,
Heath
everybody always
Ledger.
talks about Tupac with Bishop, you
Heath
know,
Ledger.
obviously with the juice.
Heath Ledger.
That's it. Yes, Heath Ledger. And then Denzel said he had to go do some stuff after he did Alonzo in Training Day. He said like he had to like his wife was like, yo, pump your brakes. Like you talking real reckless.
Oh, Pauletta.
Yeah, Pauletta was like, he said he had to go like
you're the bomb. You're the
yeah,
bomb,
he had to
sis.
go off. He said like for like a week or two and like be on his own and like decompress
A
because he
lot
was so much in Alonzo.
A lot of people say that about, you know, like heavier characters that they have to play. Cause because even Michael B kind of said something about Killmonger, even though it wasn't like too much, but he wasn't used to that type of.
And what you call it too? When he did Fruitvale, he said, I know he said Fruitvale
Yeah.
that messed him up for a minute too.
Yeah, and I can see that because it's that being a true story.
Hey man, that movie was. Hey man, I cried in that Joker.
Oh,
I ain't no front because it was just.
I didn't finish it because I knew what was. It was certain things. It's like when you know what's coming. I just sometimes the anxiety and it stresses you out because you know no matter what, the ending is never going to change. Like that is the. Listen, fuck Selena. I don't laugh at me, but knowing because you want to laugh, I see the smirk.
I'm not gonna laugh.
And my coworker today for Christmas, she gave me a really cool Selena shirt, and I was like, fucking Yolanda Saldivar, but you know it's never gonna change. Like, and one time I remember watching Selena at school, and I just boo-hooed. I was like, fuck, and my friend was like, well, you know, it's because I'm out. I said, no, it's just Selena. It's really dope, and it's just never gonna change. No matter how many times I watch this movie, she ain't coming back.
Right, and every time you be like, don't trust that lady. You keep saying,
no! And you know she gonna trust the hoe. Oh.
Man, Jonathan Majors, he can make a comeback. It'll take him some time.
He just got listen. He got to do the same thing, like we talked about. Even in the situation with Puffy, you got to fall off the radar.
And now, as we go and Surviving Diddy, we can. That's a great segue. I don't think he is available for be able to do that. I think he's just too far gone for Diddy at this point.
I don't.
Hold up, we gotta get the Surviving Diddy music in here. Hold up. Go ahead.
Y'all, and I want y'all to understand when we say these things, these are not feelings, these are not emotions. This is coming from our media training and understanding how part of the industry works. Mm-hmm. I know that there are some people that we just should not forgive and just they are dead to us or whatever, but we know the rest of the world cares. Like Trey Songz, I put out nothing. He been kind of quiet.
He's on tour.
Did I send you that thing? Say, now he's going on tour. We're like, Keisha called it.
That tour looks very, very Chitlin circuity.
And that's how you get there. From those types of behaviors, because it's still gonna be a dumb bitch that's gonna turn the other cheek and then hoping that they get chose, and then whatever happens, it happens.
It ain't. It's that it ain't gonna happen to me thing.
Yeah, it is. I'm special.
Yep.
Girl, you special in your house and to your family. These niggas don't care.
You don't care at all.
They don't care. That's a lesson that my mom taught me very early on. So I just be like, oh, who fuck with me, fuck with me. These niggas really don't care. So ultimately, that's what Jonathan Major's gonna have to do. He got to go off grid. It's gonna be. We could give him like a year. Unfortunately, what really sucks about, like you said, that movie is that it was being very well received at all the festivals. So I don't know what they are going to do, if this is something that will just end up on streaming.
I know. I think this magazine Dreams probably is gonna be on streaming.
Yeah, it'll go on streaming, and unfortunately, what sucks too is them trying to recoup some of that money. But I mean, once it goes to streaming, of course, like they'll get something, but maybe not as much. But also, it depends on who is all in there, and I hate to say it, because they like how many white people are in it. Like, who would be the draw? You say who?
Haley Bennett is in it as well.
Who's
you said
that?
Taylor Page. Haley Bennett was in. Hold on, I'm gonna go to her page here. I don't know none of these movies she's been in. The Equalizer. She was in The Equalizer.
Okay.
The first one. But I don't remember her
That's
in
a little
that.
girl.
I wonder. Let's see. She's 35, so I don't think that was her. She's 35.
Yeah, no.
Michael O'Hearn, who wow, okay, so he's just a yeah, he was a former American Gladiator when they revamped it, so he's not known. Harrison Page. Yeah, so most of these people are unknown people though. So this is why he's the star of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna have to go to streaming.
Yeah.
And we can see, but I mean, ultimately, I mean, you guys.
I mean, well,
sorry.
It's surviving Diddy news.
Yeah.
Keefe D has said that all the things he said about the murder of Tupac Shakur was all funny and games. It was for comedic relief, entertainment purposes.
See, this will happen when you play stupid games.
It's too late now.
You win stupid. It's too late. And you clearly, because they raided your house, my guy. It's one thing I raid your shit and okay, fuck, we can't find nothing.
And why do you still got stuff from that incident anyway? Still, that's the other part. That was almost 30 years ago now. Why do you have anything from that night in your house?
Because to me, it doesn't make sense. A lot of things to me don't make sense in life, but here I am.
I mean, he did it to himself. We talked about it before. But the main thing is that the Las Vegas PD and LAPD with Biggie's situation, they want to solve these cases. These are that makes them look bad as a police department. They want these cases solved. They want to be like, yo, I solved the Tupac case. I bet you as new attorney, DAs and new people in the police department to come in like, oh, dude, I want to solve that. I want to solve that case because that's a big badge of honor you get to say.
Yeah. I just, like I said, you can say that, and that can very well be true. But you put yourself in a compromising situation where, okay, I've been questioned before, they looked at me before, and now, and you like 60 years old, bro. Like, why would you do that where you would spend the rest of your life behind bars? That's silly as hell.
And it was he wrote a book. The book didn't sell nothing copies because he's got a public defender. He's got a court-appointed judge. I mean, lawyer.
I would say at this point, he's just gotta so you also saying this because you know I can't even afford, and you know you like, not saying that all PO, public defenders are We're not gonna do that.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying at all either.
But what I'm saying is that you're here because of you, nobody else. That's you, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Why'd you talk about it like this? You got away with it, just like OJ. OJ kept on playing in people's faces. You know what I'm saying, for a long time, and you got jammed up and had to do a couple of years in jail.
And knowing, and especially knowing what we know now about that case, he just could not be grateful and just fall off the grid for a minute, and then back at maybe in like the movie or something, and people would have, cause like the jurors was like, man, we know he did that shit, but we let him off because of how they did Rodney King.
You got a
if you get a pass, when you get a pass, just take it. Do not be a repeat offender.
Gonna write the book if I did it. If I did it. All right, something that
okay, because I was going to also say, because I'm not 110% sure that you did.
Right. I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I didn't say that shit. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
He do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
But they do anything for clout.
And he's one of the people that had a lot of attention before. He hated not having attention no more. He hated not having attention no more. It's like, I want attention. If I did it, write a book. Get out of here. But
and all you had to do was, he still could have even got away with the book, was talking about all the other stuff that could have like happened like maybe a week prior, and it ends the last few chapters are what happened that day, and it just be it. That's it. Because people want to know what was happening prior to it. What was those conversations? You could have got away with that. And that's it.
But he shout out to OJ. I still he's just so funny to me. I still, you know.
Is that terrible? Are we terrible people?
And I want to interview him badly. Like badly.
Okay.
Badly.
OJ Simpson is one of the people I want to interview. Babyface.
And what about them together?
We get Babyface. We gonna get Anita Baker. I don't know how. We're getting Anita.
You saw she kicked out them people from her show.
I'm so nervous. I go to the show Friday. I'm so nervous.
Hey, she got everybody nervous going to her shows now. Everybody like, man, I ain't doing nothing. Matter of fact, I'm leaving my phone in the car.
Look, you know my ass already pissed because Babyface not gonna be there. And
right,
Babyface got a show in the desert, like in the middle of January. I was like, I need to do something in the city. I don't need to go somewhere.
He does a good show though. Babyface does a good show.
I bet.
He does a good show.
But yeah, Babyface is one of those people. But that's crazy. OJ Simpson, I low key will go to his page from time to time, see what wild shit he's saying.
Yeah. And look, and when I met OJ, it felt like the gates of heaven had opened up when I met him. So did I tell you the story about when I met OJ?
Wasn't it Father's Day?
Yes. And he had all the kids with him. Yeah. That was the thing. I walk into the restaurant.
Oh, he didn't have Chloe with him.
No. Oh, man. But you know what? We go on to the next topic. You don't even matter. I'll tell
Okay.
that story on our Patreon.
Also, sidebar, Puffy, you look weird for posting that picture of Kim Porter saying happy birthday or whatever. And then you got the comments turned off because you know what everybody is saying about that situation. Stop being weird, bro. Just go fully off grid.
Get that. Go silent. Delete your Instagram. Honestly, I delete my Instagram. We just want when I come back, we going to start all over.
I would delete it.
Just delete it. Delete it. Go off the grid. Get you some dreads. Like go totally a different direction in your life. Like the next time, if that was the next time you see me, I mean, I have dreads now, but the next time you see me, I would have a low cut. I would be playing the guitar barefooted. And I would have a whole different kind of thing going on for myself. Like it'd be incense in this podcast. I'd be sitting on my Indian style, you know, in my chair. You know, we changed this whole podcast to a meditation podcast.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway, sidebar. I went on a deep dive trying to figure out how long Pusha T sold cocaine.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
I can't find a definitive answer, and I don't like that. So what that means to me,
I mean,
he's still got ears to the streets. He's still dabbling.
So, hey, would you be shocked if we found out he still was?
No, I'm gonna be honest. No.
And the reason I said
if his brother was, I would kind of be like, I would be a little shocked. And then I'll be like, see, this is why people don't like church folk, because y'all always judging people and using the Lord for y'all dirty work. That's why they don't like the church.
And you're moving bricks out the back of the church for the church fund.
I almost spat that water out. Yeah, but that's it. I was looking, couldn't find no answers.
Man, so Anthony Edwards is in a little tizzy now. Forward guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He is like awesome. He's like maybe the next man after LeBron. You know, to be like the guy. You know, but he's not starting out too well.
Yo, sidebar, you remember that movie with Adam Sandler with trying somebody like the league? It came out last year, but it's a basketball joint and it's Adam Sandler. Yes. Anthony Edwards. I forgot that was Anthony Edwards.
Really?
He was really solid in that movie. And I was like, wait, does this nigga play ball for real? And then I was like, I'm looking at him. I was like, I know this nigga face.
And it
was like, and he's good. I was like, why do I know him? Anthony Edwards was pretty, I mean, he was ill, but he was really good.
Hold on. So it's Hustle. The movie's called Hustle.
Yes, it was that. Now that movie was really good. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Hustle.
But I don't know. You know, you can start this because you said we might have different opinions, which is the point. You don't always have to agree.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards got jammed up in a situation where he basically got two baby mamas right now, basically, right? To just make it.
He has a baby mama, and he has a baby that is now in heaven.
Allegedly, I don't know. See, that's where we're going. This is where we're going to
say based on the messages. Based on the messages.
Look, okay. If you pull the messages up, I'll just set the table for everybody if they can understand. If they don't know the news with it. So Anthony Edwards has a baby. He has a woman he's dealing with on the side, and she ends up getting pregnant as well. And these text message exchanges go off, and Anthony Edwards has presented himself as a person trying to make her get an abortion. There you go. Go ahead, Don. You can read the text message.
Okay. I am pulling them up. I feel like Hold on. Here we go.
Go ahead and read them for people that may not be seeing.
I am. I'm a reader. I was trying to get my voices together to see if I was going to switch voices. I had to think about it. I still have an appointment on the 27th. Hell no, I can't do this. So, what now? What a great response. Get an abortion. LOL. Honestly, I had an abortion with my son around 2 years ago, and I regret it every day. Man, you can't force a kid in the world. You don't even know what it is yet. That's not the point. I said I had an abortion 2 years ago, and I regret it. Well, yeah, I don't want no kid. Being cool to you is something, an abortion by myself and not doing shit about and you going about your day. That's being cool to you. Obviously, you've been through this before just by your reaction. I'll send you the money to help you out. I didn't ask for it, but okay. You just don't want a baby? Is that why you saying all this? Because I've been cool with you. Man, I don't want no kids. Let's handle this. Let's handle this like grown-ups. Okay. I'm not trying to force you to be a dad to a baby you don't want. I just like abortions. That really doesn't make me wrong. If you really don't want this, then fine. I won't. Man, just take the pills. You don't care about nobody but you. You got the money. What's the hold up? LOL. Because now you finna make a problem. Ooh, niggas. If a nigga say that to me, I don't. Fine. Finna make it a problem. Exactly. These niggas can't talk, by the way. I'm reading the script.
Oh, no, you're right. Well, we're going to litigate that in a minute. Go on.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I've been nice. This whole time, I don't bother you because I don't cause problems. Nothing don't speak like to me like, oh, nobody, that's what's supposed to be. Nobody speaks to me like that. You want me, so that's you talking about a life. Just be somewhat understanding. I told you I'll be home soon. Okay, make sure I get a video of you taking that pill. What other pills will I take anyway? I'm just making sure. So she sent the video. I take the other half in 24 to 48 hours. She said, look how cute though, heartbroken. She done one of them AI pictures. Send the video. She's like, I haven't taken them or received anything. Send the video. Why are you repeating the same thing? The video? I was asleep. Okay. Where's the video? So I seen you what you asked for, and then it's fuck me. You going to ignore me now? Hey man, my attorney gonna handle it. You said we were handling this ourselves. Then when I do my part, you turn. Your attorney has responded just what you said you would do. I did my part. You can send it within 48 hours. He's supposed to. Well, he hasn't responded, not once. Still no response. Stop playing with me. And then she did a Instagram story first. I never once ran to the internet about no one. I tried over and over to handle this privately, and my efforts were ignored. I've been lied to and manipulated by someone who exactly knows what they're doing and takes no accountability for anything. And then she posts the wire transfer that happened on November 27th. For $100K. Now, why the fuck is this on the internet and that motherfucker gave you the money?
Oh, so maybe we are gonna have a similar opinion on this.
Make it make sense.
Now, I have two things.
Go ahead.
I got Anthony Edwards. I love the way at the end that you stood on business. The video when he kept saying the video, like
I ain't got nothing to say to you, ho. Like the video.
The video. You talking about all this other stuff? I don't care. The video. But Anthony, my brother, please choose better women, because a woman typing text messaging like this with the grammatics and the issues of this means this is a lower. I don't know this woman, but I'm going to gauge that this woman is not that intelligent, and the public school system has failed us.
Listen, and maybe my contact's a little blurry. I don't know, but to me, I'm gonna say this. I know that they're slowly starting to implement programs into any professional sports league where they tell them about getting an attorney, getting an account manager, all these different things. And you hear, the OGs talking to you about groupies or whatever. Y'all need to hear it from a chick. Maybe I need to start a consulting business where I go to these teams and y'all pay me a fee. Every year I come to remind y'all that it's done. It's people out here to get you. Now I know you done played the sports ball and you had to manage a 2.0 GPA or 2.5. So some of y'all are not the brightest.
100%.
And y'all always end up in situations like this. Now, the only reason why we know this bitch done leaked this information is because he has a baby on the way. So she was trying to hurt the other girl. If I'm the other girl, I was like, hey, you the bitch that took the abortion pill. What that got to do with me? Am I mad at my nigga for sure? Because I done caught a stray? Oh, you better believe that's a conversation.
But me and him must having that.
But we having that offline. You played yourself. Anthony Edwards, you should know better. Why aren't y'all, if y'all gonna do this, and because we can't control people, but what you can do is tighten up your books. So this does not happen.
That's what I was just gonna say. Anthony has to tighten up his books.
Why the fuck did she not? Why would she not sign an NDA?
I was gonna say that even when the abortion was going down, the NDA needed to be signed when you get that 100K. That's after the fact. It's too late now, Anthony.
Because now, had that been you sent an NDA and your attorney looked out for you and sent an NDA, I could turn around and sue you for that money back.
Yep.
Because now you in breach of
some other money on top of it, and some money on top.
Yep. Court fees, all of that.
Attorney fees.
All of that.
Y'all
gonna stop. Y'all, I want to say y'all gonna learn one day. I ain't gonna give y'all much positivity. I don't believe it. Because every season we go through this. We just went through this. With Zion Williamson. We just went through this. You would have thought that alone. And it's not like, and this is no shade. Like, like we said, we're not going to shame her or say anything. But sometimes where you find certain people, you have to leave them. That comes to friendships. You met somebody from the hood. Everybody can't go. Everybody don't have your best interest. They just don't. So where you found her, she had to be left there. And that is not, again, I am not knocking anybody. It's only that girl, get it how you live it. But sometimes things come with consequence. And y'all have to be smart enough, men and women, to sometimes think about the Z before you step into the A. What are the potential things? What are the potential consequences if I do this?
I don't know why they don't have a company that just background checks women for you. Like literally, that's you. Like, okay, her name is such and such. Just can run me a background check and let me know how she is.
We can start it.
Because I'm like, you go through their social media, you do all that stuff to find out about them.
It's not like we're not just pulling background checks like, oh, have you been in jail, whatever. No, we got a group of people that's gonna do a deep dive.
Yep. You think Scandal was bad? This organization, this I don't even know what kind of industry this would be, but it would be dope. Like, all right, her name Cassandra Wilson. She used to date Bo Dillon from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and like, and this all, and I'm gonna give you the information. You decide to do with it what you want after that. Like, this is now all what you do.
We strongly encourage you not to do this, but if you do this, we're asking you to protect yourself legally.
Yep. We do have a lawyer on. We have a lawyer on deck too over in a conference room B. If you want to go swing by there and go holler at him, he got NDAs on tab for you.
Yep, already written up, already filled in for you. Should you want it, we just need y'all to sign it. Then both signatures are on here. We will send it out because we got a notary on deck too.
Yep, we got a notary on too. Matter of fact, I might go get me a notary license. I'll do it right there. It's notarized right here. But also,
it doesn't make sense.
Do you think this girl though, with the girl or the woman? She's not a girl. She's a woman. The woman. I have a feeling she's still pregnant. It just feels like this is a play to set up, because now I can shout out to my man Chris, who broke it down to me yesterday, my high school reunion thing. Basically, you have a proponent already of showing that you already admit paternity to this child already, so you can easily get a paternity test and all those different things. You can get a fast forward through the track of the court. So why wouldn't she not keep it? If she get $100,000 for that, I can get more with this baby if you want to keep it so bad. And she's hilarious for the record, saying my son and did not know the sex of that kid when she had her first situation. She's wild for that. She's wild for that.
I'm just trying to understand. Okay. I'm just trying to understand. Yeah,
Anthony, like, shout out to you. You did try to stand on business at the end, but this is a lesson for you. If you get through this and she does not have that child, this is a lesson to you, my brother. A very, very high level lesson for you.
We don't hear this again in a few years from this motherfucker.
You think so?
One would hope that this is a lesson. But like I said, this is why we need that agency. Because it's no way because now you're gonna think, oh, I was able to get away with this one time, but also, why aren't y'all using condoms?
Right.
Y'all act as if STIs don't exist anymore. Like, yeah, there's PrEP, but y'all act like herpes ain't a thing. You can't get rid of that. Yeah, PrEP can build up the antibodies where you can't get it, or if you interact with somebody that has it, if you get it, you become undetectable, so you can't transfer it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still other stuff out there. Gonorrhea, chlamydia. What BD?
Syphilis.
Syphilis, like the oldest one.
Yeah, syphilis been in the game for a long time. Syphilis took out Al Capone.
Listen,
he got killed from it.
This is what I'm saying. Doesn't y'all are moving out here? I ain't gonna say that. But y'all have to be responsible. All pussy ain't good pussy. Mm-hmm. And some pussy just ain't worth it.
Not at all.
Not at all. It helped me. And somebody's gonna be like, you ain't never, you don't know. Yeah, yes, I have.
It ain't worth it, y'all.
It's just, I am just trying. I am so, because like I think about conversation, like having to have that conversation with somebody, even if it's just hurt. Having to tell somebody, and I know a lot of people don't care. A lot of men, especially men, they don't care. Oh, she badass. She still won't. And everybody also, they have not been promiscuous. Things have happened to them where somebody has stepped out on them, not been honest, you know. But I'm just thinking, like, how, you know, like, it's though we're trying to fight those stigmas, that's still a tough conversation to have.
It is.
Somebody could say, okay, that's cool, I'm glad you told me, so now we can be aware, and you know. But also, it's, you know, you can meet somebody and really like them and really hit it off, and then they be like, I think you're an amazing person, but that just doesn't work for me. I can't take that risk. And they have every right to. I just don't understand. I've had to tell so many of my homeboys, I'm like, bro,
it ain't worth it.
It's not worth it. Trust me on this. As your unsolicited publicist, get an NDA. You got an attorney, have them write it up. Make multiple copies, sign that, have people sign that shit, and you do your business. Overnight that shit to the notary and get it notarized and keep it moving. Because now somebody try to come back with some bullshit on you. You in breach of contract.
Dude, she got an OnlyFans.
I told you that. I was not trying to shame. But that's what some people, and she not fix OnlyFans.
Like,
so that's what I mean. You got to know what you're working with, but you was thinking with your dick.
Mm-hmm.
And the little few brain cells that you have, luckily, this hasn't been as chaotic as Zion Williams situation.
I mean, but he got a baby on this one.
He has a baby on the way. You got a family. And see, that's the whole thing. But you remember with Zion Williamson, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Baby on the way. So now you in your feelings because you couldn't have it.
Man,
niggas, this happens this ain't gonna ever change until y'all get smart. Tighten up ship. And if you're not sure, that's why you have people in place to handle your shit, to look out for you.
Yep, you're right.
And I don't mean your homeboys. I don't mean your homeboys, Buki and May and Keyshawn from around the way, unless they're like Maverick. It's not worth it because they trying to turn them and get theirs too. Stop being dumb. Stop being dumb. Next.
Man. Yep. Man, this one was interesting. It's Taraji P. Henson wanting to quit acting. Jump into it. I'm gonna put the clip in here too, but explain to people if they get to see the clip.
So ultimately, Taraji is frustrated because still, even in her industry and at the, highest of levels and recognition when it comes to the academy and all of that, still fighting the same fight that we fighting at our corporate jobs to get equal pay. And I think people are missing a huge point here because we always look at celebrities and stuff. You know, some of our faves, like they're multimillionaires and blah 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 blah. But like she said, people don't realize how expensive it is to run that ship. You have employees, you have agents, you have attorneys fees, you have booking fees, you got to pay your assistant. You are so many people's lifeline on top of taxes too.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is just frustrated and tired of having to fight for that, to negotiate, and you figuring out that so many people, you know, like of other races, you only getting a fraction of what they offer them. Like, why do I have to constantly, every time somebody calls me, why am I selling myself to you and you call me?
You called me. Like on Martin, when Martin got the job with the TV station, he was like, Gina, aren't you going to do this? Like, no, they called me, Gina.
They called me. And so I think and then her even saying, you know, they always tell us that our stories are not marketable overseas. You know, if we don't translate well, and it's always somebody else, and it's just like, what does that mean? And I think people forget how inherently racist the world is as a whole until it's something, you know, like what's happening right now in Palestine. And then, but y'all get what's happening in Sudan and the Congo and all these places that have been issues for a long time. You know, you hear random stories every now and again about the racism, or somebody was killed in London or something, or in Germany, or black, every once in a while. But I think that we are so jaded as Americans sometimes forget about that. Like, unless you are in some crazy big blockbuster movie, so like in that case it will be something like a Black Panther or some sort of Marvel film. People forget. Like Creed, they were able to take Creed more worldwide just because of that studio backing. But like she said, when it comes to our shit,
and
always
also the Arnold Sylvester Stallone was involved with it too. You gotta don't forget that part. And
so
it was a franchise Rocky
say.
that people love.
Yep. And then, you know, so it I don't think people realize the toll that takes. And, you know, we already got to work, you know, quadruple as hard as everybody, you know, the basic ass person. It's a lot of people that are in places and positions of power that are very mediocre at best.
That's true. And not just in entertainment.
And not just in we all, listen, I deal with it at my job. You deal with it at your job.
Y'all listening, y'all deal with it at your job.
Y'all deal with it. Y'all can relate. And so that's why I think when we Black people, we be confused. Like when we find another one of us and you don't be in our corner, because we be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
I'm with
right, go ahead.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Yep. That's fine. over there, I'm over here, and that's cool. Hello, and keep it moving. But it happens all the time. My sister was just telling me about one of her situation with one of her best friends. Hell, she was telling me about her job. I said, baby, the way I'm petty, and I would start BCCing or just CCing that person's boss, who they report to. Oh, this what we doing? All right, that's not a problem. About something there, and y'all can have a conversation. It's just so it's really frustrating to even see somebody, and I know Taraji personally because when I was working at Saks, she was my personal client. So I'm thinking about conversations, certain things, that you talked about, you could draw from, and just how her spirit was. And to even hear that, like I said, like you think about stuff, but then when you start trickling down, and that goes back to the conversation when it comes to athletes. Because a lot of people, don't think about that cost. And that's how they say, athletes, after they out of whatever profession that they're in, they go broke within a certain amount of time, one lavish lifestyle, till you got taxes that you got to pay. You got this big ass house that that you don't really need. And you paying all these people that's, got their hands. Remember what happened to Dennis Rodman? And you can sue to recover that. A lot of times people still never see that money ever again.
You can't squeeze blood from a turnip.
Listen. So it's definitely, it puts a lot into perspective for us. And I don't want to, don't make this a sound bite, because I don't feel like fighting nobody that don't look like me regarding this station, but this conversation, because this is what I mean when I say we are tired. Don't make out.
I'm flipping it right out. Flipping it right out. This is really, and I'm connecting it to the other video and be like, "Hey, she got a response."
Yeah, we say we're tired, because when people are actively doing the work and they're showing up, and I'm like, "Hey, you called me and you don't want to give me this, but you give it, Carrie Mulligan 5 minutes to do this. Why you only get 200K? I'm the draw." Like, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. And especially now, like, I don't know what the conversation was when it came to The Color Purple. Because I know Tyler Perry had to call her to pick up the phone. She's like, to tell her, Oprah been trying to call you.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. So, and like I said, I know that we only have so much equity as Black people when it comes to certain realms, right? But I think that's also why it's so important for us to stick together and stand up for each other, because like we crack jokes, like how I even just cracked the joke. You got to do a couple Tyler Perry films. Is that really bad? We know he pay his people. You're gonna get paid. Now, it might not be no reshoots, but you get paid.
And you're gonna have to do a lot in a small time period too. You're gonna be working.
But you're gonna get a nice vacation, and he gonna make sure your family good. Tasha Smith is like that.
I heard she's a great person to work with too, like directing wise and stuff too.
My brother worked with her when he did an episode of 911, and Tasha Smith loves him. Loves my brother.
She's one of those actors too that you like, those people that you rooted for, like, and you saw her in so much stuff over time. He's like, man, she just need that break. She's one of those people that you root for as an actor.
And we've seen her, and I think it's so crazy because we're so used to her kind of being stuck as a certain character. When you see her outside of that, you're like, what the hell? And then you see, the range. She's survival the thickest.
She was good on First Wives Club for this last season.
Yep. And I'm like, wait. I said, damn, Tasha Smith not yelling. I'm confused. But I thoroughly enjoyed her. So I think that's the conversation too, just like us upholding and doing certain things with each other and just trying to really be understanding of what we have going on. I'm sorry, my dog is chewing something I was trying to see because I had all this popcorn kernel. Sidebar. I was moving back corn. I popped mine on the stove, and Pax, come here. And so I was trying to move it to get the flour, and I squeezed the bag too tight.
Oh,
and it
so
fell everywhere. I mean, I still been cleaning up popcorn kernels. I done swept, vacuum. They was all in the cabinet. They was in my glasses. They hit me in the eye. So yeah. But yeah, I think we just gotta, kind of do better as a whole and figure that out, because that really sucks. And, people, well, she got money and blah blah blah. No, I'm like, y'all act like, though a lot of their problems be first world problems, but you act like Buki and May ain't calling Taraji. It's probably like the same thing like Gabrielle Union was talking about. That survival mode. You still in survival mode because it's still so many people that rely on you. And yes, we could talk about boundaries or whatever, but if you have an elderly sick parent, that gets expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You got a kid that you got to put through school. Living is expensive.
It is. Mentioning other actors, Christian Keys came out with a lengthy it was an IG live or something he was doing, or
at some point soon it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 05, whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I gotta protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. I started recording. I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. Oh no, I got backups for the backups for the backups for the backups. I've watched way too many Jason Bourne movies not to have 15 backups. I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me $100 grand to strip. You'll know right away, and it'll break your heart. I won't have to say the person's name. This industry is something else. It's wonderful, and we get to chase our dreams, and we get to live other lives. I get to be a judge or an FBI agent. I get to be a girl dad, and some of the people that you think are your mentors are literally and figuratively just trying to fuck you.
Yeah, he was on IG Live.
Yeah, and where he talked about his experiences with unnamed executive or unnamed person, producer, someone in the industry that was harassing him, within the industry.
And groped him inappropriately.
Yeah. Now people have started to assume that it is Tyler Perry, and he's catching strays now randomly from this. I feel two different ways about it, because a part of me feels, I definitely understand him and his journey and what his experiences are and what he went through. I'm not minimizing that. It takes a lot of courage for somebody to come out, especially a man, to come out and say something like that. But my second part is, I'm kind of mad at him because he inadvertently, unless this is Tyler Perry that did this, he inadvertently gave strays to Tyler Perry, because that's immediately who people thought. Go ahead and name that person in at this point, is how I feel at this point. because that man said if it's not him, he's catching strays because of what you said and what people are insinuating. So just come and especially if you hear about this man as for whatever you worked with him and whatever he's done for, come out and be like, or at least say it ain't Tyler. If you still don't want to say nothing, that's the only thing that I'm dealing with.
See, even if he said, and no, I'm not talking about Tyler Perry, people would still say he's talking about Tyler Perry because that's why he said that.
Good point. Good point. But I just want him, I mean, or just say that, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't like I said, I don't want to not get on his truth, but I just don't want other people that are innocent caught into something else that they did not do by him to start revealing his truth.
I'm trying to look up his IMDb to see what is the most. So the most recent thing he was in was The Boys, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So The Boys, he was in Contempt, Supernatural, 5 episodes, Saints and Sinners. Okay.
I love the most Saints and Sinners. Saints and Sinners was my little undercover show.
And he's on. He was in Reasonable Doubt. That's our show. And then All the Queen's Men's with Eva, and then All Rise. Okay.
But Tyler Perry produces All the Queen's Men, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he does. I'm clicked on.
I know it. No, well, see, I'm not sure. I know that it's on BET. I'm not 110% sure if produced by.
It's Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
Tyler Perry produces that. I'm looking at it now. It says Tyler Perry's All the Queen's Men.
We say only 10 episodes though.
Yeah, he's only in 10.
Or is it? Okay, so he's one of them because then it has.
Oh no, he's recurring season 1, and then he's a full cast member in season 2.
Okay, but then okay, because I'm like, oh, I didn't know Kim Fields. She's a consultant producer, and he's also a producer on All the Queen's Men.
See, yeah.
Christian is.
Yeah.
So now, unless he's compartmentalizing.
What do you mean?
Meaning, I'm gonna compartmentalize. I'm going to store this away. I'm going to lock this in a box. I am never to revisit and just move accordingly and normal because I want this career. I want to be in this world of entertainment if this were Tyler Perry. And so I'm able to just logically, we're going to say air quotes on logic, work through this to, get my coin, to get my face out there because him being in Tyler Perry stuff and afforded him a platform where he is able to segue off and do other projects that are also not associated with Tyler Perry. But we also know that so many people have a similar story. I mean, look at Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Saying that this happened to me. Did he ever say which exact?
Yeah, he said it at some point. I know that.
Okay. So it's a process. It's definitely a process, and I feel that for some reason, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not 100%.
It's Adam Bennett. It's Adam Bennett is the person.
Yeah. So I'm not I don't think as much as we want to put sexuality and say that he's gay because he likes to dress as a woman and blah 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 blah, and him this and this and that. I don't think it's I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I don't think it's him. And sidebar, that Tyler Perry documentary is awesome, for the record, y'all. Like I might have a whole different respect for Tyler Perry after seeing that documentary.
I can see. I don't have no beef with Tyler.
I did for a while.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Understanding marketing, everybody has their target audience, right? That's business 101.
Yep.
I might not necessarily be his target audience, and that's okay. So I don't have to indulge and engage, but I'm not also gonna get online and do a think piece about why he is detrimental to the Black community.
I used to do that shit though.
Oh God, friend. And that's just keeping it about, because you better believe a Tyler Perry call, I'm answering.
Oh,
I'm
for
answering
sure.
the call.
Look,
I'm
I'm in
like,
all the
yo,
Kings.
we doing
I'm
a
in all the
movie?
Kings in season 3. Season 3, I'm in it. I'm in there
Yeah.
stripping.
So I'm like, and that's just the reality of the situation. I think that we be so quick. I'm not gonna even just. It only seems like it's a lot for us because we are under the microscope of Blackness so much, because that's really mainly the things that we consume. So I don't know what that looks like from a white standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they got their things too. Maybe they hate Kim Zolciak and, whatever other show is on Bravo, one of them damn shows, they might. But I think that we be so quick to throw them stones.
Mm-hmm.
we like even in the case of Jonathan Majors, we just talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I wanted the nigga to be innocent.
I did.
We all saw tape. And we saw the text messages.
Mm-hmm. And I was still willing to cut him some slack.
And was still, but then when you said that bullshit about Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King,
that's where the line got crossed.
hey man. And the fucked up thing too is that, I think, and we still be turning the blind eye to what Coretta went through. That bitch went through a lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to say bitch like that. Y'all don't come for me.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I meant. But we forget that this nigga was voting for, marching for freedom and let freedom ring and equal opportunity, this and that. This nigga was fucking on white women.
But can you blame him though? I mean, have we ever really had that discussion?
Listen. Yes.
I'm out all day getting bit by dogs, fire hoses.
No, for me, this ain't reparations.
I want a little white woman on the side. I'm willing to let the king have his white women on the side, and I do not look at him disparagingly. That man fought for our freedom, our civil rights. He can have a white woman on the side.
I got a problem with it. Listen,
I don't let him have his white women.
Listen, it's one thing to do what I did, which was date white men and not sleep with them and get my rent and stuff and trips and shopping sprees. That's reparations. Because they want it. And I'm just like, oh, I'm celibate. I'm a virgin. I don't have sex. One dude, okay, so this person I lied to. I did lie, but I said I was celibate. Because he was like, darling, had you told me you were celibate, I would have got you your own. I said, shit, had I told you, we wouldn't have been on this trip. This is for Harriet Tubman.
I'm just saying, let him have a white woman or two.
No, it's different, and I don't want to say anything that gets us canceled. So we're gonna to the next.
I mean, mentioning King, man, you see the story with the girl that tried to burn up his childhood home.
What was okay? Can you explain to me? I was trying to make it make sense in my mind, and I just can't make it make sense. So can you really explain to me, because her reasoning, she clearly is mentally unwell.
Yeah, and it's like her and a boyfriend too, though. Like her boyfriend, they took so some more backstory on her. Her and her boyfriend took a picture in front of the Georgia Dome and said, if people don't revolt, we gonna burn this down, and put it on IG. That was like a day before, I believe it was a day before or the day of her doing the thing at the King House.
But what we revolting against?
I don't know. This is
so that's what I'm saying. Okay, you can't. Okay, so now here's the part and the English part that's coming through. What? Okay, so what are we voting against? I'm marking up the paper. What are we revolting against? What's going on?
I'm down for the revolt. I just need to know what are we doing? What is the revolt?
I'm like, what are we doing? Because I've been feeling like that for a long time, but it's a plethora of things that I could say, but don't just post no shit like that and then just leave me hanging. Like, okay, so what's the issue today? Because it's something every day.
Yeah, I mean, can we come together and figure out one thing that we can we just figure out the vote at one block and figure that part out? You know what I'm saying? Can we do that portion of the duties? You know, that could be a great revolt if we figure out how we voting as a block of black people.
Yeah.
All right, so she's 26. I'm trying to look at some of these things about her. She's from Florida, but then she says she's from Atlanta too.
One of those.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see here, like, cause like, you know, the little things that tell you about a person. So she was a former military woman as well. All that stuff as well. She, you know, her family members say that she's Navy. She was Navy. They
So
also said that something may be going on there with her mentally and that, you know, in that regard. But she gonna do some real time though, man, because that's a federal building.
Yeah.
It's a federal building. That's like that's like going to try to burn up a courthouse. You finna do some time. Either she's gonna do it in a mental institution or she's gonna do it in jail or both.
Yeah. Because I'm just trying to understand. When I saw that, I'm
from
like,
Alabama.
okay.
She's from Alabama. You left. You follow high school. You follow Alabama. She's from.
I just was trying to understand. I'm like, okay, so this what we doing now? We burning down things that are important to our community. So I was just trying to understand. So I figured that when I saw her putting the gas, that I was like, oh, she's not well. She's not well. And that's really sad. I hope she gets the help that she needs behind bars.
The day before she did this, she put a card up with Donald Trump sitting on top of the world in her post. It was like a tarot card, like a fake tarot card.
Van Lathan.
What's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And we are the We Coming For You cast. And we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
Not to be confused with Van Jones.
Yes,
we're not talking about.
Yeah.
He posted yesterday like a question, like really trying to understand black people's fascination with Donald Trump. And I am like trying to read the comments and nothing is making sense because I'm trying to understand as well. It makes no sense.
It makes none.
Like
no sense.
And the parts in politics that I dabble in, we fuck, period, right? All around.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Sexy Red made that statement we talked about, I like Trump, we got free money, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nigga, you know that's tax, we gotta pay that back, right? You dumb hoe. I still love you though, but that's not how it goes. So,
and on top of it, Donald Trump didn't even give him the money. It was Congress that did that. It wasn't Donald Trump.
Because don't forget, he didn't want to give y'all shit.
Nope.
And then was like, oh, okay, well, since we doing it, I gotta have my name on it.
Name on it. Yes.
But he knew it's people like that girl, that aren't educated enough to understand how government even works. Now that would be a good conversation. So I should get my 8th grade government teacher on here. and we talk about the ins and outs and the different branches of government and what it means. So y'all motherfuckers can understand. Not y'all, because I'm gonna say everybody here kind of understands. Y'all at least vote. You might not know, but I'm gonna say y'all vote. And if you're not voting,
then that's a whole nother conversation, a civic conversation.
What else we got, friend?
I mean, I guess last one, if we want to, this Cardi B Offset situation, man.
I almost sang a song that we can't sing.
I'm surprised they made it this far, to be honest with you. I'm surprised they made it this far.
I'm gonna be honest.
This is a success. This relationship was a success to me.
They was together 6 years.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna make 6 months.
That was close to the 10. Then y'all were the one.
Yeah, this is a successful relationship for both of them.
Yeah.
It may not work out. They have their issues, but it was successful. I thought it was gonna be 6 months.
And and then he not a deadbeat. We know he take care of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's why he be in St. Louis a lot, because one of his kids is here.
Yeah, I feel like we're entering this weird renaissance with Offset. You know, I know he is a cheater. I feel like we're about to be in Offset's renaissance era. Just because we're seeing a rebranding of him. He was on that Shark show and I was eating everybody up as far as voiceover goes. Mm-hmm. We see he gonna have to venture out because I don't really know anybody. We're not talking about his album or anything like that. Though I heard it was pretty solid. They probably talked about it for a few days, but it's nothing else. But we're seeing him venture off into other realms. And I'm not saying that Cardi is dead weight, but at the end of the day, Cardi she's your wife. There's certain expectations of you that are in play, and you can't meet her where she needs you. So let's let it go. And you can tell she done, because the pain in her voice when she was on that live talking, you know she done. And I hope because she just has to realize he's still relatively young enough where he is wanting to be in the streets. He's very accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks because I know how much she wanted that to work.
He's 32 years old, so he's coming into that period where
he's not there yet. You know, y'all don't really grow up till y'all about 45.
Oh, wow.
That's just what it is.
That may be true.
Y'all be singing to the woulda coulda. Sometimes some men get it together and they might fall off, and you get somebody that works with you. Y'all be having a doubt, reel me back in when it comes to my Aquarius. It's a lot. It don't be no cheating shit, at least not that I know of. I don't feel it, but it be other things. I'm like, oh my God, like balance. But I don't know. I feel, and I know that sucks to say that, but I feel like there's something that is about to transcend Offset to like another realm, kind of like how what it did for Cardi B. Like it was one thing, okay, for you to be known, like locally known, and and we fuck with you, but it's something else that's happening here where I feel like that it's coming for him because he's a really talented person. He's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have to think the Migos, they came out, 2010, 2011?
But even, remember he was in that Janet Jackson video, Whitney Houston video dancing when they was kids. He been around for a long time.
Dang, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, him and Takeoff. And that's the one thing I don't like, though. I don't like that you went to go comment on Nicki Minaj's post. that is very vengeful and spiteful, and knowing what we know about their history. Then you saying, oh, like fans are like saying that you using takeoffs like death or cloud and all these things, and this is why you act. Nobody is saying that. Shut up.
Yeah.
That's my main issue. You know, and we also have to get to the point where, and I get it, you know, but if it was like, well, you know, like when certain things happen in public, it got to be addressed in public. No, it don't. Sometimes you can handle your business behind closed doors and don't even address nothing that the people are saying. If somebody wronged you in public, sometimes no, like I'm not gonna give the world that much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know. I hope she find peace and happiness.
Yeah.
Cardi B sound like she'll be a fun friend. You know, she a Libra, so she knows she air sign.
Yep, she
She
be fun
really
time.
better. But it take a lot. It take a lot for a Libra to get fed up. So if she might be done. She might be.
I mean, shout out to them, man. Another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna be having coming out next year. We want to tell everybody happy Christmas. We're gonna come back before the end of the year now, so we're gonna do an end of year wrap up. But we'll you know, Christmas coming up, so you know
that's gonna be fun.
The end of the, I know people have asked me from we may bring Javon Bibbs on if he can do his top 10 suckers of the year that me and him always used to do. We may be bringing that back with Javon.
Okay, I'm down for that. That'll be fun.
End of the year wrap up. But man, thank y'all for really rocking with us this year, man. Like we've grown so much this past year, and y'all, it's been y'all people, man. It's really been messing with us. Besides Dom with the trolls, the racist trolls, y'all been, you know, good to interact with.
See, and that's why I'm telling you, don't.
Oh, I'm putting out that other thing, and I was like, Dom's response.
Listen, no, please don't. But I'm listening. Now, what I am determined to figure out though, we gonna have to. I'm determined to find out about Pusha T because
hey, that's now a research project for you.
I do. Okay, because listen, people always say Pusha T raps about the same thing. He don't sell drugs no more, and blah, blah, blah. And I always in the back of my mind is like, well, maybe it ain't what y'all think it is. Maybe because I feel like that about the game. I
mean,
like that.
Arby's, because it was Arby's or is it McDonald's? Or both of them. He did the jingles for him.
Well, they did one for McDonald's, but got shortchanged on it, and then he ended up doing one for Arby's.
Right, and that's the one that got him paid.
Yeah. McDonald's didn't get them paid. The looks ain't gonna get you paid.
Look,
that's not
and
true.
that was
that's
recently he got the Arby's money.
Scared straight.
But the Arby's money is newer. How long? Like going back to the original thing. How much was some of them gold albums getting flipped to some work? Dom, hopefully she'll have some updates for us in the Pusha T still flipping bricks research.
It's not out there. I'm telling y'all, he's still down. Ain't no way.
Well, thank y'all for listening. As always, we will see y'all after Christmas, and we will have our end of the year wrap up. See y'all. Peace.